Okay, so the second strategy for using your calculator on the algebra regions is checking equations with graphs and tables. And we'll walk through some of the problems, but basically you're looking for an equation with a graph or table to compare. Um, what we want to do is, let's look at this problem together. Vinny collects population data, P of H, about a specific strain of bacteria over time in hours H as shown in the graph below. So let's take a look. Here's our given graph, and then there's asking which equation represents the graph of P of H. So basically asking which one of these equations matches this graph. So we're going to go to y equals, and I already have the first one plugged in. It's the easiest one for me to plug in. I want to just take a look at the graph. So it kind of looks like this, except for some reason there's something extending here. So not really, but the rest of it kind of looks the same. The other thing I want to do is check up the values. So check my values, I press second graph to get my table. 0, 4, I have that. 1, 8, 2, 16, and 3, 32. So you know what, like, let's put a question mark here. This is very highly likely. Okay, I do want to check my other ones. I'm actually going to check answer choice 3 first because these have fractions and they're a little bit harder to put in. So 3x squared, and again we're going to use x instead of h because we don't have h on our calculator. 4.2. Okay, so again, I still have that general shape here, so let's check our table of values. Hey, 0, 4 and 0, 4.2. So right away, definitely cannot be answer choice 3, right? Doesn't have the correct points, even though the shape kind of matches. Okay, all right, we're down to these. This one's definitely easier to put in. Remember, to get a fraction, we press alpha y equals. And now I have 46 divided by 5. And instead of h, we're going to use x. So 46 divided by 5x plus, and then we have another fraction, so alpha y equals 6 divided by 5. And let's take a look at our graph. Okay, definitely not, right? Because it's a straight line, and you can see that our our graph over here is supposed to curve. If you want to be certain, let's check the table. And 0 and 6 over 5 doesn't match, so it's obviously not answer choice 2. And then let's check answer choice 4. So alpha y equals, let me try that again. Alpha y equals the first one, 2 over 3. And then x to the third power minus x squared plus 3x plus 4. And then let's look at the graph. You know what? Maybe because it's still kind of curvy, so if I want to check, let's check our table of values. 0 does give you 4, but unfortunately 1 gives you 20 over 3, and on our graph here 1 gives us 8, so I know it cannot be answer choice 4. It must be answer choice 1. And the reason when we entered answer choice 1 it looked a little bit different is because in a real world situation we don't deal with negative numbers of bacteria, which is why this part does not show up on our graph. So we can do another problem together. Here are the steps. Okay, so we're gonna first enter answer choice 1 into our equation, or y equals. Look at the table or ignore the graph depending on what the question is asking for. Compare the shape and important values, and then make sure you repeat the steps for all the other answer choices. Okay, let's take a look at question 16 in your packet. It says Mark bought a new laptop for $1,250. He kept track of the value of the laptop over the next 3 years as shown in the table below. Which function can be used to determine the value of the laptop for X years after the purchase? All right, why don't we try to see, right? This is a table and we know how to get tables using our calculator. So open up your calculator, let's go to y equals. Let's check answer choice 1. 1,000 times 1.2 to the x power. So we're looking at our table. 1 is supposed to give me 1,000. Okay, it's supposed to be 1 and 1,000. I got 1 and 1,200 here. So it can't be answer choice 1. Let's try answer choice 2. Let's just go in order. So y equals 1,000, 0.8 to the x power. And again, let's take a look at our table. So 1 does give us 1,000, 2 gives us 800, oh, and 3 gives us 6, wait a second, no, 0 gave us 1,000 on our table, so that doesn't match. We have to be very, very careful. We're looking at an x value of 1, which gives us 800. Doesn't match. You know, almost tricked me there. Okay, let's take a look at answer choice 3. 1,250 times 1.2 to the x power. So again, let's take a look at our table. 1 gave us 1,500 in our calculator. We want 1 to give us 1,000. So by process of elimination, it should definitely be answer choice 4. And let's just double check and make sure. We're almost there anyways. So 1,250 times 0.8 to the x power. 1 gives us 1,000, 2 gives us 800, 3 gives us 640. Same thing as our table, so it matches, which means we must be on answer choice 4. There are 6 other questions that use this strategy on our packet. See if you can identify all 6 problems.